So after working on 500 different listings and creating over 100 split tests, I have narrowed down 7 deadly mistakes that all images should avoid. Hi everyone, my name is Leilama and I'm the head of photography at AMZ One Step. Now the purpose of this video is not only to share these mistakes with you, but also to give you some insight into consumer psychology. So without wasting much time, let's get right into it. Number 1, limited angles. As an Amazon seller, you need to understand that buyer is not able to handle your products. Now, what that means for you is that you have to showcase via photographs your product size, features, texture, and a 360 dimensional view. In short, you need to capture all angles that will help the buyer visualize how your product feels and looks as if they were shopping at a brick and mortar store. Number 2, colorful backgrounds. As we all know, it's Amazon's policy to have the main image on a plain white background. As for the other images, my rule of thumb would be to take inspiration from the product's logo, product's colors itself, and even from a palette of neutral colors. Stay away from anything too bright or overpowering in color because that could take away from your product's ability to stand out. Number 3, cheesy graphics or fonts. Remember folks, every small detail counts. Using awkward fonts, poor graphics, or flashy colors will translate into a fake and untrustworthy brand image. This will make your listing look unappealing and your product will have a worse turnout than Area 51. So I would suggest sticking to earthy or neutral tones for colors and classy fonts. You can use an app like Canva. It comes with a lot of pre-built templates, so you can maybe take inspiration from fonts over there. Number 4, bad picture quality. Believe it or not, the first thing a customer looks at on Amazon are pictures. Some of the most common mistakes are blurry images, grainy images, over or underexposed images, and images with an unappealing glare. So to avoid these mistakes, you want to make sure you use a good camera, proper lighting, and a tripod. This will give your camera some stability and allow you to achieve that crisp image. I will be expanding on this topic in another episode, so stay tuned for that. Number 5, improper staging of products. As a seller, it is everything to create a need for your product. So if a customer looks at your listing, they should be left with the impression that they need your product in their lives. And one way of doing that is to stage your products in a realistic and appealing manner. For example, if you're doing a photo shoot for napkins and that's what you're selling, then you want to put crockery or flowers in the shot. Number 6, skipping image retouching. The first thing you want to do is check to make sure that there aren't any wrinkles or dust particles showing in the pictures. Once you've made sure of that, the most important part comes in: image retouching. This involves analyzing your picture in an attempt to improve it. Now, how can you improve an image? First of all, edit out anything that is irrelevant or causing too much visual noise. Then you want to move on to fixing the exposure settings to make the picture look even more appealing. Now, that could involve changing the brightness, shadows, whites and blacks of the image, and changing the overall sharpness of the image. And last but not the least is not conveying a brand story. Photographs will be your first impression on a potential customer, and through these you want to portray your brand story. So focus on emotions because that creates loyalty and trust in customers, especially when you're competing against so many sellers that are selling the same product. Take Nike, for example. They rarely show their shoes in lifestyle images and focus on celebrating athletes. So when customers buy their products, they visualize themselves as successful athletes, and that there creates an emotional connection with the brand. So folks, that brings me to the end of my video. If you liked my content, please make sure to like my video and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more videos to come.